They fucking cheated. Okay, do you take them back? Now, before we answer this question, and I'm going to have to every now and then glance at my notes because this is too fucking important. We need to ask ourselves, what exactly is happening when you take a cheater back? And more importantly, they're cheating, but you don't really know about it, and then they admit that they were cheating all that time while they were with you. We need to look at what is happening, and then we need to look at why they cheated. And I promise you the answer will so blow your mind. So number one, what is going on every single time you are intimate with them? Banging till the cows come home, basically. With a player, our narcissist, an energy taker, is that little by little, they are sucking your light, your generosity, your goodness, your brightness, your happy-go-lucky attitude. And they are replacing it with everything that they're about, their dark energy, their apathetic look at life, their negativity, their suspicious nature, their self-destructive ability. Because what's going on with this, while you guys are intimate, notes, as they suck your light, your goodness, your regal bearing in this world, how you see yourself, and they replace it with their misery and the way they see life due to their experiences, their toxicity. During this phase, when you're intimate with them, what's happening is that there is a soul exchange, and you're not understanding that. As they continue to push their toxicity into you and suck out your light, you get exhausted. You start to become tired. It takes a lot more energy to just sustain the relationship because, again, your gas tank of your power, of your light, of your generosity and optimism and beauty is being sucked into them. Now they see life the way you used to see life. They're more generous with people, not threatened by people. You're more suspicious as fuck because they've swapped energies time and time again. So you become like their clone. They're cloning you. Now, each time you lash out your shit, because you've been betrayed, especially after they've admitted it and it's built up and you've got to recollect all the times you've been doing it with them and all the memories you've had and everything you've gone through with them. Now, every time you lash out toxicity, they're going to be like, why are you so bitter? You're like completely out of control. And they're going to be calm. They're going to be more compassionate and understanding and trying to discuss this with you, and you're not going to have any patience because they've swapped energies. That's why. You've become the way they are, and now they have a whole new lease on life. They feel more optimistic. They can take a challenge. They like to meet people. They're much more confident. They feel of value. They understand that life is not as threatening because they just sucked in your whole insides. You, on the other hand, are feeling lost. You are feeling taken from. So you're going to be untrusting. You're going to be suspicious. You're going to be bitter. You're going to have a major, major chip on your shoulder. You used to be happy, go lucky, energetic. Now you're tired as fuck and you're exhausted. You have no patience for anybody or anything. You don't even want to do things you used to do for yourself that was fun. You don't want to deal with friends. They take out too much energy from you because you have none, but they have it all. Once you break up you're going to see very quickly that they're now the way you used to be, and you're everything that you saw in them when you first connected to them. And I understand you felt sorry for them. You felt like, oh my God, they've gone through so much. I just want to help them. They deserve a break. They deserve a better life. They didn't ask for the shit that happened to them. Not indirectly anyway. But you're no longer like that. That was the hook. How are they now after you broke up with them? How are you now that they're gone and you have all this darkness inside of you? It's not just what they did to you. It's the soul exchange that happened. It's the energy sucking your light bit by bit. You used to have this shine in your eyes. You used to be eager for things to happen. Now you're scared of anything that may happen. They are diving into life because the decayed part of them inside is filled with your light, your goodness, your God DNA that hasn't really been tampered with. It stayed intact for the most part, but I'll explain why I'm saying for the most part in a minute. This is why, for you ladies, I say it is so, so important to connect to your feminine energy. Because only a masculine energy will have a strong mind and begs for challenges. That's what they were. They were a challenge to turn around. The feminine energy, unlike the masculine energy that is sacrificial and overly responsible and overly giving and feels obligated and feels protective, so has to always be on the lookout and always protect and always give energy to help. The feminine energy is receptive to the magic in life. The feminine energy loves to love. The feminine energy makes people feel great. The feminine energy preserves her energy and pampers herself because she sees herself as completely worthy to do something like that. The feminine energy is here to make you feel good. That's why guys are drawn to you, because you have a super attractive spiritual soul. That's why these guys are drawn to you, or that girl was drawn to you, dude. If it's a dude, it's not about switching to your feminine energy. You already were in too much of a feminine, nurturing energy, because in a guy, the feminine energy works backwards, and you are overcaring, enabling, nurturing and nurturing without getting back. But it is a masculine energy that flips in a negative way when it's predominantly in a woman's mind and she becomes far too responsible and cares more for someone else that is hurting. So it doesn't matter to her if she's being sacrificed in the interim, drowning, buried under a rubble of shit. That's why I say to you ladies, you need to connect to your feminine energy. The feminine energy knows her value. She does not take on toxicity. She's not aggressive and pushy on the dating scene, because that aggressive energy is a pushing away energy. It pushes away the guys who actually have integrity and are fully intact. They don't want to be pushed away. It's a pushing away of energy towards a man that is good for you. But it will pull in a guy who is damaged and broken and empty so they can suck you dry. And for sure, they were not breastfed. They are very malnourished by their moms. But here's the key thing to this whole thing. At the end of the day, after this whole destruction of betrayal has gone down and hopefully you've separated, you're devastated. You need to understand the blessing in the situation. And I'm not going to be talking woo-woo, and I'm not going to be talking, everything happens for a fucking reason. We know it happened for a fucking reason. It's not a mistake. It's not, oh, I'm sorry, I got you the wrong flavor ice cream. Forgive me, I got you strawberry, not the vanilla. I don't know what I was thinking. There's no mistake about this. It's not like their dick hopped away from their belly and it dove into her vagina. They were there. They were present. They were not comatose. It's not a mistake. It's not a mistake. It's not an error. It's intentional. If they are an adult, it's intentional. They knew what they were doing. It's not a mistake. But here's the beauty, and I mean fucking beauty. When the death of you happens, and it will happen, it'll hurt. When the death of you happens after you gave your pure heart to this guy or this girl, you will die. A spiritual ritual of a death, like the part of you will die. That's why you're crying. It's not so much them. It's a separation of self from self. There's a death there. But here's the magic, and I mean such a beautiful magic. When you were born into this world, you were awesome without a scar. You may have had some ancestral trauma bonds which have been reactivated. That's why you connected to certain people and certain people in certain situations that gave you that same kind of trauma that an ancestor had, which has been passed on in their DNA to the parents' DNA to your DNA. Sometimes it misses a generation, but if you've been through something like this, I guarantee you're part of a trauma bond scenario. But when that part of you dies on the inside, it's like your heart has to be completely sliced in half to break open the poison to come out. And because the poison is coming out and because the heart dies, guess what else dies? All the conditioning from your family. All your experiences, abuse or neglect, betrayal, on a lesser degree, friends taking advantage, mother, father, all that were slapped onto your spiritual nature, which, by the way, will get me to part 2, why did they cheat? And I'll get that in a minute. All that was slapped onto your shiny star is going to die too. It's going to die too. And so, once that dies, all those conditionings that are not who you were when you were first born, oh my God, that is like it'll take a little bit of time, but it's kind of like you will feel like this egg yolk of shit has just been peeled off you. You will literally feel brand new. You'll attack life again. You'll do things you've never done or you thought about doing when you were a kid, but somehow it just kind of dwindled. You want to take up something new. You want to try something new. You'll be unlike your typical self because your typical self was a controlled self that was patchwork of shit being thrown at you. Shit here, shit there, shit here, shit there. And it got sewn into the fabric of your being, of your personality, of the way you are. And that leads me to part 2. Why they cheated. Energies attract the same vibe. It's not like humans where opposites attract opposite energy. So if you have an aggressive, assertive bitch, she will attract a very passive, vagina mentality type guy who needs a woman to take charge and organize his life and do this. And he doesn't really have the confidence and the balls that she has, because she has them. And they'll attract each other, masculine, feminine energy. One's assertive, one's more docile and passive. Only it's in the wrong body. So, opposites also attract when a girl is in her beauty of self, when she knows life matters, her feelings matters. She puts those as a priority. She doesn't wait for her intellect to just think, does this make sense? I don't know if this makes sense. Well, he's had a hard life. Maybe I should forget. None of that ever fucking happens. It's just, this doesn't feel good. It stops now. She doesn't know any other way to be. The reason why that changed is because along the way, for us girls, guilty, who did not have a solid father around for whatever reason, who could love them and make them feel cherished for doing nothing, just for being them, just for being. I remember one day, I have to tell you, I was sitting in my bathtub and I was very overweight and I was sitting there naked, and I think I was like 13, 14, and I was just sitting there and I was like, I feel like a Buddha. I feel like chubby. And my mom came in accidentally looking for something. And she just looked at me, and I just looked at her like, I'm so fat. Second. This is so beautiful. I've never forgotten it. She just like looked at me, and she's like, you are so beautiful. You're so beautiful. And I'm like, what? Like, hello, look at me. Yeah, my mother did that. But you see, my father couldn't do that. Really. I mean, he did say something special just before he died, but that's another video. So what I'm saying is, the girls that didn't have a father present, and you're really going to need to catch my next video, messages from your father that were not spoken. That's going to be vital to you girls I'm speaking to right now. Girls who didn't have that maleness will have certain things absorbed into the way they are, and that is what is going to attract a person who is broken and who is thirsty for your beauty, your energy, your light. So, to answer your question, they cheated. Should I take them back? Fuck no! Fuck no! As long as you take them back, girl, they're doing a soul swap. And if you want to be gutter dry and be in a pathetic state by the time they are done with you, oh, and they will be done when they have sucked you dry, then you'll continue with that. But if you're brave, I promise you, life rewards courage. Remember that. And very shortly, after you experience this death, you are going to bounce out into this fucking world like a fucking Christmas tree. You just fucking are. And I want to know about it. I don't care how many years go by. You fucking message me, because I am so excited for you as to what's coming. I am so fucking, it's going to be so fucking dope. You're not even going to get, you're like, who is this person? Oh my God. And then, because you're unmarked of your past, the conditioning of parents and people's situation, you're going to attract someone else unmarked. And it's going to be a pure breed like you. If any of this meant anything to you, let me know. Like the video. More important, just share it with someone that really fucking needs it. Because so many people are just like a bat, like they don't know what's going on. They need to know. I hope you'll do that. If you want a one-on-one with me, my information is below. Bye for now. Stay pure.